What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last video, and the reason for that is I just haven't really done anything new to the car. I mean, I have stuff I want to do to it, obviously, but there's also things I need to do to it. Like I have basically everything I need to redo the seal on the timing cover. I just haven't had the time to do it. As far as the things that I want to do to it, well, I mean, you know, those will come with time. I just haven't really felt like making a video lately because work has had me dead, you know, growing up life. It is what it is. We gotta work, that's just part of life. Oh man, the sun is bright. As far as like a couple ideas I have coming up have to do with like the interior of the car. Really just looks. As far as like some of the big power adders or things like that, or whatever you want to call them, those will probably be held off until, I don't know, sometime next year for sure. Shit, how many people buy their car cash, right? I don't know, but I'm not one of them. So yeah, I don't know, I just want to be done paying off this car. Yeah, I know, it's like, oh, what, you haven't paid off the car, blah, blah, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be done with that early next year, within the first few months. And then once that happens, you know, that's when I'll be able to do a lot of the things that I want to all at once. Some of the things that I want to do, because I really don't want to say, you know, because I'd rather just keep it, you know, to reveal in the videos or Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know, you'll see pictures there even maybe before you see the video. I mean, those things I can gather pieces bits by bit, and once I have it all, just slap it on. But I don't know, something I have been thinking that I kind of want to know what people think is like the interior of the car, which mine's dirty as hell right now. I paid attention, it's not really like a true black, and it kind of bothers me because, you know, like the headliner is like a darker shade of, I don't know, charcoal gray or whatever it is than the actual plastic. I've been considering painting it, I guess, to where it matches more closely to the color of the headliner and it's all like darker. Or I don't know, maybe even flocking the dash. But something else I've been thinking about lately is like the little trim piece around my my shift knob. It's in carbon fiber, or wrapped in carbon fiber, but I've been considering wrapping all the like the smooth plastics on here to match, or in like a I don't know, maybe like a forged carbon fiber, or like some type of dark, oh man, here comes the sun, or like a dark, you know, colored pattern or something, because I'm not really a big fan of like, well, I wouldn't really want to, you know, wrap that in something that's like blue, red, or like, I don't know. I've just never been a fan of people who paint their interiors to match the outside of the car, or like just paint them period to a color they like. I don't know, it's not my thing. But yeah, so I've been thinking about that. Not sure if I'll do it, but I might, just to see what it looks like or how it comes out. Obviously, if I went with a different pattern than what's already on this little shift boot trim, I would redo it. It's not like I'm gonna leave that in that, you know, twill weave carbon pattern. Another thing I want to know is, does anyone know how we remove this like Microsoft sync BS right here? Because I don't remember if I saw how it's put on there, or if it's just glued onto the top or not. I didn't pay attention to that when I first wrapped this, but if anyone knows, let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the description as always, or I guess I'll link it in the cards, whatever. But yeah, just let me know if any of you know. Damn, it's 7:40, I'm about to be late to work. I think I'm just gonna, if I can, I'm just gonna get rid of that. That way, when this is wrapped, it's just all one smooth piece versus that thing in the way. Oh yeah, I guess one update for the car is, as you saw, I have that light blue, or I guess if you want to call it nitrous blue shift knob. I didn't necessarily get it that color because I wanted it that color. I was just looking at, you know, what new shift knobs, or if any new shift knobs that Shiftco Solution had, to, you know, to see how much they weighed or if they had any new weights or anything like that. The shift knob I was gonna get is normally about 80 bucks, you know, right? I think it's like at £1.50 or close, or a pound, I don't know. But I just wanted a really heavy shift knob because when I installed the adjustable like short shift arm plus the bushings, it kind of made it pretty stiff to where you just needed a little more force to put it in gear. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like, oh, I needed to use a lot of force. It's just, it wasn't as smooth as I would have hoped, even after I added grease to the bushings themselves, like where the little ball goes in and pivots. So even with that, you know, it was still not as smooth as I would have liked. So with this shift knob, which is like barely anything over 2 pounds, it's 2 pounds. They advertise it as over 2 pounds, but it's 2 pounds. With that and the bushings and the short shift arm that I have, it feels really nice. It's a lot easier to get into gear, and it feels a lot smoother. It takes a lot less effort, which to begin with wasn't like, it was a whole lot more, but it just feels a lot nicer. That's really the only upgrade I've done to the car recently. That and some Federal 595 RSR tires up front, because the ones I had up front wore out, obviously racing and spinning and whatnot. So I replaced them with those. Those are great. They're kind of noisy. I don't know if you'll be able to hear them in the video, but yeah, they're kind of noisy. But at the same time, I mean, what can you expect, you know, from summer tires? I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been subscribing or has subscribed and has been watching my videos. I really do appreciate that. I don't really do it like, oh, for the views or oh, for the subscribers, you know, like, oh, I want more, but it does feel nice when you get like a notification, or you, I don't know, it just happens to go look at your stuff and you see that, you know, now you went up from 60 subscribers to, I don't know, 68, 70, or whatever the case may be. Like at some point, I think it was last month. Yeah, last month the growth was basically, between the middle of August and September, the middle of September, the growth was literally 1 sub a week. Which, I mean, I know it's not a lot to some, or may not be a lot to some, or whatever, but to me it is. And you know, it's pretty cool to see the numbers going up. And I really do appreciate that, and I really do appreciate those who take the time to watch my videos and like my content, or ask me questions, or engage me in the comments. The YouTube Studio app is kind of funky sometimes. It's not the best at updating or notifications, even though I got mine turned on, like, to notify me. So I'll get comments, and they may be like a day old, or a few days old, even up to a week old, before I even get the notification. So if I get back to you late, or, you know, not as fast as you'd like, I'm sorry about that. But again, I really do appreciate everyone who's actually, you know, been watching, and all of you who have subscribed and have been subscribing recently. So yeah, thank you everyone. And right now we're sitting at a 78 as of the last time I checked. I think I checked Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know, of this week. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, we're getting pretty close to 100. I don't know if I'll do something for the, you know, when we get 100 subscribers. I tried to do something when we got to 50, and I don't know, maybe, you know, it's just to a point where not a lot of people saw the video. You know, it was really just one person who actually, you know, did what they were supposed to in the steps, and when I reached out to them, they just kind of wanted to keep it, you know, just between us. So, you know, and he's a pretty cool friend of mine, watches the videos and, you know, gives me input. Cool guy. So we just left it at that. But I don't know, I might do something for 100. Since I got the shift knob, I was actually thinking of maybe giving one away, you know, like the 2 pound one, if, you know, it applies to your car. It's pretty nice. It's not too big. You know, a lot of times when you get into like those heavier shift knobs, they're real wide or they're like too tall. This one's just fine. I can, you know, I can easily reach my reverse lockout, you know, when I need to back up the car or whatever. And it's actually pretty comfortable. The only downside, obviously, to, you know, like aluminum or metal or whatever they're made out of, you know, metal shift knobs is the heat, obviously, because I don't know, if you're somewhere that's hot and you don't have like a sunshade or whatever you call it, or a cover for your car, it's gonna get hot. So, I mean, what I've been doing at work is I just wrap it with the shirt, and that, by the time I get out, it's not hot. It's, you know, but it's a little warm, but it's not hot. It's manageable, you know, it doesn't bother me. So yeah, I don't know, I might do something like that and just, I don't know, reach out to Shifco Solutions and maybe do it like wrinkle black with something engraved in the side in blue if possible, you know, like, because I mean, my channel is blue and boosted, you know. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, I don't know, maybe engrave 2 turbos in, you know, the, like, as if they were B's, or like 2 turbos and be like B and B, you know, for blue and boosted, and, you know, in blue if possible. But we'll see how that goes. I don't want to set anything specific right now, because, you know, let's get there first. You know, I kind of noticed that you guys prefer, or, you know, as far as what I've seen on, you know, like YouTube Studio or whatever you want to call it, or the data for the rotor video I did, which wasn't necessarily an install video, it was kind of just a vlog, I guess. You guys seem to really like those videos, so if that's what you prefer that type of format, let me know. Or if you do want like DIY specifics or like how-tos, I could do that too. You know, one of my upcoming projects for the car is actually kind of more of a DIY type of thing versus like, oh, it's a part that they sell specifically like this for you to plug and play into the car. Like, it's not exactly like that. If you want to see it as a how-to, I can do that as well. Just, you know, just let me know. Thanks everyone who has subscribed and, you know, been following the channel, you know, watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So until next time.